Hello everyone. It is Sunday 12th September. Time is 4:30 p.m. and temperature is 30 degrees outside. We are actually at the Golden Mile Tower, and I'm going into the basement gateway that goes all the way to Golden Mile complex. So this is a really interesting place, and I got the tip from the comments from Alex. Some of these stores here have a really old things for sale. And it is a bit like going back to an earlier time. It's a little bit like little Thailand, and apparently been here for a long time. So now on the Golden Mile complex side. And I was parking my motorbike. There's a lot of texting Thai, a lot of restaurants that serve Thai food. That's a really interesting feel. My friend who came here earlier. Let's see if we can go that way, or maybe need to go up. Yeah, we can get out here, but my friend who was here for a concert earlier said it was being held inside a clothes store. And there are also a lot of restaurants. It's usually very busy, but because it's Sunday, maybe not so. So it's got a very interesting feel to it as a building. Also, well, let's go here. I'll show you a couple of things I saw on my way in. First, there's a sort of little altar here with the elephants and plenty of different animals. Mostly elephants though. So that's very beautiful. I came in this way from my motorbike, or from the parking. It's definitely an old building. You can tell when you're inside the parking. We'll just go in here for like a... No, this is not where I was thinking of going. I think it's the other side here. I don't know if we can actually go through there. Maybe, possibly. Just to show you that the texts are also in Thai, and the signs are a little bit different from what you normally see. So that's our little excursion into a Golden Mile complex, which feels a little bit like Alex in the comments was saying, like a trip back to the 80s. The whole building, I think, was one of the first ones that was being built under the government scheme, and it's been renovated a couple of times. However, I think it was more like in the or towards the 80s, and since then there's been a lot of talk about what to do with this building, and it's being called a bit of an eyesore, I guess. So it's a very big building, and on the other side of it you have these residential side of it, basically flats, apartments, and people have done things like covered their balconies, and it's made it look very, very different. It's definitely something, a unique building you notice as you drive or ride along Nicoll Highway. It's on a very kind of prominent spot for something like this, and so the politicians have asked, or at least one has, should something be done about how it looks, how it is. But even walking through that place on a Sunday, when the restrictions are in place, and I have to say, much more here than in Chinatown, where I was on Friday evening, people seem to be following the rules, the COVID rules. Even now, when you cannot really gather in big crowds, and a lot of the nightlife is closed there, it seems like it's quite vibrant. So people are using that space, the commercial space. So that coin kind of has those two sides. If it is still a space where people are comfortable in, then can you redevelop? Which probably depends on the owners. So that's called Little Thailand, like Alex pointed out in the comments, which I'm really grateful for. because my friends have gone to eat there before, but that was the first time that I actually went and visited the Golden Mile complex and the Golden Mile Tower. So this is where we started, in the sort of a basement of this, with the old shops there. And I already made plans to pick some food up from a restaurant there, and my bike is still parked there as well. So I will be returning here. But this walk will take us from this little Thailand area or building complex to more Malay area traditionally, and then from there we'll make our way towards Little India. So we'll be covering a lot of different influences today. We are on Beach Road at the moment. It's just going around the St. John Ambulance Association and Brigade. That's fairly visible as well around this area from the main street. Actually, I'm rather tempted to go that way and just show you the other side of that Golden Mile complex, since I talked about it. Then we can make our way to Jalan Sultan. So this is now Nicoll Highway. Stadium just on the other side there. And what Alex was saying in the comment was also that earlier on the areas that I walked in, some of them in the Kallang Basin and those green areas, park areas along the waterside, used to be where the Thai people around this area would go, especially on Sundays and weekends. I guess that's what people still do around here. Sunday is often the day off for a lot of people. So that's St. John. But yeah, so people use the parks and they go and sit in those outside spaces. Looks like I'm going into a jungle here. That's the Golden Mile Tower. On the other side of Nicoll Highway there you can see the buildings in Tanjong Rhu. The thing about the this side of the Golden Mile complex is that it's kind of terraced. So the balconies used to go sort of down gradually, and then if you cover them and you build like an extra room there, you create a very interesting effect. Hopefully we can get a glimpse here, otherwise I'll just edit this out. It's a fairly warm day as well. It's nice to be in the shadow. So we're close by, that's part of the building. I noticed in Chinatown that the battery on this new DJI Pocket is not the greatest, so it doesn't last forever. And by forever I mean not for 2 hours. But I do have the old one as well, should it be needed. Here's a very old looking bridge. Let's see if we can get a glimpse from the bridge. Because it's all covered by plants here. Yeah, I think if we go a little bit further, you'll get a view. So that's kind of the idea. So if you cover the balcony there, like some people have done, you get an extra room, but then it's just completely different ones all the way down, which makes it a very interesting look, but also kind of, I guess, chaotic. I'm going to, rather than go back there, go through the park and we'll see where we can join the original walk or a adjust it. Just seems to me that it makes sense to go and show you what I'm talking about rather than just talk about it on these walks. There's also the city view. And here we can go into the park and go back to Beach Road. But yeah, take the other side because there's no. So that kind of terraced building there is what I'm talking about, and where we were under. So that's the kind of architecture that the discussion has been about. There is, I mean, there's definitely, yeah, two sides to that coin. I wonder if I can go through here. You know what, the water side is so much nicer. Go here and get back to the route. Although I might make this its own little video. And then just record the whole loop back. Wow, a lot of people are fishing today. So we have the Kallang Riverside biodiversity pond. Is there a turtle? I don't see a turtle. They are somewhere in there. Might be a bit warm for them. So you can see people are enjoying their weekends. And over there, lots of people fishing, I think. On the other side. Looks like it might rain later on. Or towards Kallang. That's fine. It's not raining here now. So here's again another side of that complex. But I always tend to think that not everything that's not new is necessarily to be replaced with something new. In some cities you feel kind of sad that so many things have been replaced. It's nice to also be able to see that kind of history and impact where the current city grew from. So here we can make our way out of the park with one look back at the beautiful waterside. And now what we can do is, starting from here, already make our way to the side of the road where we'd like to be for the turn that we're making. So this is an underpass under Nicoll Highway, which also allows you to get to this side if you've not come from the city like I did today. And the green lights don't seem to be synced, so we're gonna wait for a while and then wait again for that one. Okay, here we go. Kind of felt like we weren't really waiting for anyone for a while, but at least now the cars are gone. There's another look at the other side of the complex. It's the wait for cars to stop. So I understand this kind of architecture actually is interesting in the kind of global way as well, that it's one of the first buildings that tried to use this model where you have, I think, everything you need within that building. there were also travel agencies in there that would usually get you on a bus to Malaysia, possibly even all the way to Thailand. Although it would take a while. So let's make it through here. So I did a walk on Friday, so 2 days ago in Chinatown, and was right around the Chinatown complex, which is also a big food center and shopping complex, and it seemed really busy. The whole area seemed really busy. You can see that in the video. And now the news has come that they closed it for 3 days because of COVID cases in that complex. So I think at least 66 people who visited there were found to be positive. So a lot of those people who did visit will now get messages to get tested or quarantine. But I think the good side of that, even though of course you don't want to hear that kind of news and you don't want to see the cases going up, the good news is that they catch it like that and they let the relevant people know, and then hopefully keep it under control. So we're back on the beach road where I started before my little detour. I think we'll just keep going. And then somewhere along the way, before I loop back, that's one of the bikes I mentioned before. Like, it's I guess I don't know. I've also seen people who watch TV series without headphones here on the bus or something, so I guess that's just not so common here to worry about that stuff. And we're getting to Jalan Sultan. Wonder if I could keep going that way. Probably good. But I think the best thing is to cross here. This is also a fairly interesting building. And that's just behind there is one of the big hotels. Also has a cocktail bar with views at the top. So we're going to take Jalan Sultan. And that means that we're sort of moving from that little highland area into a more Malay area. There's a look at one of the buildings which has been copied from New York, I think, or somewhere in the US. A lot of food spas around here. So a very interesting shop around the corner there. seems to be a very old shop house at the end of that street there. So, more of those old shop houses in need of renovation. So we're in Kampong Glam. You can see this building and the school here is quite old, from 1912. It's got actually this probably quite old decoration at the top of the school as well. It's a cute little alleyway. If you can say that, some people will look at it and think it's not so very cute, but I think they're quite cute. Also interesting building design, this kind of round building going around there. We are on North Bridge Road. And we'll keep going forward. Okay. Didn't have to wait so long for this one. And there's the view down North Bridge. Let's see how we navigate this. Do we navigate it? We go around the corner because there's nothing there. Okay. There is a little stretch of road left of pavement. We're coming to a beautiful blue mosque on the other side. Victoria Street is also one of the big streets going through this area. And that's a very nice stretch of restaurants and buildings there. A lot of them actually have nice street art that I will try to cover at some point. But the forgive me if I say this wrong, Malabar Mosque is certainly really, really beautiful. So it's not so good from this sort of distance, but you can see the detail. And there's a look on the other side at the restaurants and the wall art as well. We'll keep going. So they are upgrading the mosque and asking people to donate for that. Hopefully they can they can get the funds, because this is a beautiful building. I think this is the old cemetery. You can see some of the little, I don't know if they are called headstones for this as well, but it's definitely quite overgrown. I think it's quite a big area, because it goes all the way to one of the bus stops there that I've waited at several times. You can see, possibly see, I can see from here, so possibly you can see as well that it goes into the distance. And it seems to just be those little headstones. And some bigger graves as well. So we're coming to Rochor Canal, which is another waterway around here. You could follow it that way, or you could follow it here. Quite a few HDB buildings over there, and there as well. They're really surrounded by them, really. And as we come to this area, we come to Rochor. We're coming close to Little India. And on my Friday evening walk, when I was in Chinatown, I actually saw some people going to the temple, and I didn't know that the 10th of September and around that time is a big celebration for the Indian community. I think it's the birthday of Ganesh, and please excuse me for my ignorance and not maybe pronouncing it right. But that's one of the gods, and seems like there is a whole lot of events around that. So I saw the people around the temple, and I was wondering about that. But I didn't really know at that time. So I checked for that and realized they were queuing for the temple for that reason. So this is quite nice and calm, and it's not so warm as it was just a little bit before. It's also a lot quieter area. That's where we have come from today. And we'll keep walking for a little bit further. Oh, the stadium lights are on, and it is Sunday at 5:30. That could be football. I didn't know there was anything going on at the stadium here. Been to one football match since they started opening those up again. It's just nice to be able to do some of those things that you used to do all the time. We're coming to another street with really beautiful shop houses, and as we get closer to I guess walking into the main areas of Little India. I will look into ending this video some weather. This was an interesting choice for a route. I'm going to keep walking through here, even though it's not really the sidewalk, it's kind of like this, just to keep an eye on the beautiful houses. I was thinking about it later on, whether for the lanterns in Chinatown that were in the middle of the street. If you didn't see that, I went to see the Mid-Autumn Festival lanterns, and they were in the middle of the road. So buses kept going by. And I think some people have just gone to the middle, across the road, and walked by the lanterns. But I don't know. It seems you're not really meant to do that, and secondly, we got a good view of what it was. I think good enough view. Little food stall the way. So this is the name of the road we've been on. And just looking for where would be a good place to kind of finish this walk. I think this is not a particularly bad place for that. So I'll definitely need to find lights to cross if I want to do so. But I think we'll start bringing this to an end. So I hope you've enjoyed this walk from Little Thailand at the Golden Mile complex through the sort of more Malay areas in Jalan Sultan towards Little India. And if you would like to see more walks like this one, or in general around Singapore, then please subscribe to the channel, and you'll be able to see whenever a new video is published. And join me for these walks. There's a look at this road, and with that, I hope I'll see you again soon.